Hey guys, Everything
Live.
Technology, and we have here Consumers Live today again. And today we're going to be talking about the Apple event that just happened a couple of days ago. And we're just basically going to discuss and round up all the things we've heard and all the things that's been going on in trending on the community of tech news. And here, if you guys don't already know me, I'm Victor from Everything Technology, and I do a YouTube channel based on consumer electronics and mobile technology and accessories. I do anything that basically has to do with everything technology. I mean, as you know, my name Everything Technology. Yeah, like I said, I do everything that has to do with technology. And here I have a couple of other tech YouTubers who also are the founders of this channel, and we have today who are going to participate in what we're going to do. So, Denzel, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Denzel from the tech channel Apps on Fire, and I try to make tech videos, but I'm not good as these guys over here. But I seem to have a lot of subscribers for some reason, and I'm just thankful for that. So that's it.
Okay, Tyga, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, it's Tyga here, and as you may know, my YouTube channel is called We're Idiots. You are too. I'm just kidding. It's Tyga Fukuyama, and I do tech videos like Apps on Fire and Everything Technology. So please subscribe to my channel. Don't subscribe to the other people. Subscribe to mine. Yeah.
Also, Tyga, remember to click on us when we're talking, just reminding you. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the iPhone 6. So can we hear Denzel share his opinion on it?
So what I think is, it's crazy. My mind's blown because whatever Apple does, it just like becomes mainstream because they brought NFC, and then people didn't even know anything about NFC before Apple brought it to the iPhone. It's just crazy, and
Hmm.
it's like it's just crazy. Apple has such a huge fan base, and everyone started talking about it once the event was actually happening. Like the Samsung events and the IFA and all that stuff. No one talks about that like in school or anything. But when the iPhone comes out, it's like everybody's talking about it. Like my teachers, students, just everyone's talking about it, and it just becomes like just a huge thing. And I think it's just crazy on how big
Yeah,
Apple's influence is.
yeah, you're right. So Tyga, can we hear you? Your
Um,
opinion on the iPhone 6?
the iPhone 6. Oh yeah. The iPhone 6 is pretty interesting. Um, yeah, I like it. I don't like the protruding camera on the back. Like, it just sticks out. I hate that. Yeah, I wish it was a little bit thicker so it doesn't have a protruding camera. And the screen size is gonna be pretty good. It's still not 1080p on the iPhone 6. And yeah, I'm pretty excited, and I hope all Apple users are excited about that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
screen size is good.
Yeah, so how I feel about the iPhone 6, like Denzel said, nobody really focuses on IFA or all the other events. When they hear the iPhone 6 is coming out, everybody's all hyped up and stuff about it, which I sometimes don't understand. But anyway, I feel like it's a big change to the iPhones. Like it went from a little rectangular shaped object to a more rounded edges and a bigger phone, which is sometimes it's gonna make Android users switch to Apple devices and like Apple users not to even like maybe to like most people, some people who are using Android, they're using it because it has a bigger screen, and now that Apple has a bigger screen, I feel like it might help them a little bit. But then also with the bigger screen, I feel like also Apple's going to lose a lot of customers because the reason why people usually buy iPhones is because it has a smaller screen, it's easy to use, and even though they added those functionalities of having the phone easy to use with the iPhone 6, I feel like it's still not gonna really work out as good, and they're just maybe just gonna like make other people just like stay with their iPhone 5S or something because that iPhone 6 is too a
Yeah.
little bit too big because
Yeah.
they went from like 3.5 inch screen to 4 point. I'm not very sure how big the iPhone 4S screen was, but it was around 3 point something, and then they went all the way to 4, and then a big change. They went all the way to 4.7 inch, which is pretty crazy. And I also think, yeah, like I said, it is a very big difference from what we saw. I mean, but in my opinion, I feel like all Apple products, they're just the same. They just change up the design. But like Denzel said, everybody's going to be over exaggerating about NFC and all these cool features they have on it. Like Android hasn't had these features for like the past few years.
Yeah,
But I feel those features, even though I feel Apple like did some of those features a little bit better than some other phones. But yeah, that's basically what I think about the iPhone 6. So now let's move on to the iPhone 6 Plus, or if you guys have anything else if you want to say about the iPhone 6.
but yeah, it's
Nothing.
crazy how people think that NFC, like the Apple was the first one to do it, and like the Apple Watch, like people think that was the first smartwatch like ever. It's crazy. Like people don't know anything else but Apple.
Yeah,
Such a
yeah,
big hit.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate that.
I mean, I
It's
just
crazy.
like and I feel like most Apple users, they're just. I'm not trying to make this come out in a bad way or like an Apple hater. They're kind of ignorant. They are a
Yeah,
bit ignorant.
yeah,
Most
yeah,
people who have Android, they know a lot about Apple too, just as much as Android, and they know why they switched over to Apple instead being on. I mean, they switched over to Android instead of being on Apple. But it's all the way around with Apple users. They don't even know how their Android experience, so they automatically assume it's not good. It's ours is better. Ours has this advanced technology, and as we
yeah.
all know, Apple likes to over exaggerate and make their products seem revolutionary on their
I
commercials,
hate that. I
and
hate that.
which
Like the Apple Watch, they made it like so revolutionary, but like Android Wear, in my opinion, is much more better because the Apple Watch you have to control with this tiny, like tiny crown, and then
Mhm.
like it's
Yeah,
so weird, and then you could share a heartbeat with each other, which I think is
yeah,
useless, and they make
yeah.
everything so revolutionary, and all Apple users fall for that. Like after the Apple event in my school, everybody was crazy over the iPhone 6 and the Apple Watch. They said like, "Oh my God, this is so revolution! This is so cool!" Like I
I
hate it.
yeah.
know,
We'll talk about the
because
iWatch a little, the Apple Watch, which we thought was going to be the iWatch. But anyway, now if you guys have any other opinions on this iPhone 6, any
Oh, the iPhone 6 Plus is huge. Is huge. Like
yeah,
um
it's crazy how they actually decided to go with a screen that big.
yeah, it's
yes,
really
it is.
huge.
Yeah, like the way I feel about it, I feel like it was just a little bit too odd for Apple to release such a big device. I remember when people first started talking about how they're going to release two different devices, one with a 4.7 inch and one with a 5.5 inch. I never thought the 5.5 inch was ever going to happen because I figured that was crazy enough. Apple was just not about that life. Anyway, so like I figured they're going to maybe release a phone with around most likely 4.7 inch but never
Yeah.
a phone with. I didn't. I thought 4.7 inch was the max they're gonna go. Then I heard the 5.5 inch. I was really surprised. I really didn't. I Yes, like later when we saw so many proof that they're actually gonna release a 5.5 inch phone, then I believed it. But before that, when we just started hearing a little bit of some rumors and stuff like that, that I did not believe because I
Yeah.
don't just like that's so unexpected for Apple to release such a big device.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to come this in the wrong way, but if Steve Jobs were there, I'm pretty sure he would not release such a big device. I don't
Like
think the iPhone 6 will even go over 4 inches for sure. I really
like
don't think
like
so.
as you can see, like the iPhone 5S is like super small compared to the iPhone 6 Plus. Like look at that. Oh my God.
I know it's crazy small.
That yeah, like you see guys there, that is a very big difference as you can see. Look at that iPhone 6 Plus. Like I don't know how Apple users are gonna act on that, but you never know. You never know what direction the Apple consumers are gonna use. You never know what direction they're gonna go to because Apple is such a smart company. They're just it depends. The iWatch might be, I mean, let's not. We'll talk about that later. The iPhone 6 Plus might be super expensive, but you never know what Apple users are gonna do. They're still most likely gonna purchase it, and those people who probably have big phones right now, because the majority of people who have like really big phones, I heard that it was girls, and I'm pretty sure those girls who seem like their friends or their little I mean, yeah, their friends or their guy friends with that iPhone, which we most likely see, they're probably going to switch over to the iPhone 6 Plus because it has a bigger screen, and plus because it's an iPhone. So, you guys have any other opinion on the iPhone 6 Plus?
Oh yeah. Um. No, we don't.
We don't.
But yeah,
All right,
Apple's
then.
just
Yeah.
such a good advertiser. Like Apple's so good at advertising, and like
Yeah, let's just talk about the advertisement, yeah, because they are really good.
they're good at that, dude. So that's why everyone thinks that it's like they made the first NFC phone, they have the first smartwatch because they're so good at advertising and they're such a good company that
See,
like it's crazy.
I know.
yeah, we know you. You know, the people who are watching, they're mostly tech people. Yeah, they know what we're trying to say. But if you're an average consumer and you're watching this, don't take it in the wrong way. But that is very true. You guys might think the iPhone 6 has this revolutionary feature. It has NFC and all these other cool stuff that were in it that they talked about in this new 1080p or HD display, which has been, yeah, HD Retina, which Apple super over exaggerated on that. Oh, the first iPhone with like most the first iPhone with a Retina display, which is HD or something like that. iPhone users take that like, oh, your screen doesn't watch. I'm really gonna see this happen if I find one of my friends find an iPhone. So you're like, hey, I have this new HD display, and you still got that other thing. Hey, and I'm surprised, even though it's 720p, I expected more pixels than that on the iPhone 6, just the iPhone 6. It has only 320 something pixels. I expected a little bit more. Didn't the iPhone
Yeah,
5S have the same amount around
It's
there?
yeah, the iPhone 6 and
326.
the iPhone 5S have the same pixel density, which is 326. So it's
No, no,
basically
no,
the
no.
same
Oh,
screen.
never mind. I thought you were about to say the iPhone 6 Plus and the iPhone 5S have the same pixel
Yeah.
density.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
they have a 1080p. It's 1080p on the iPhone 6 Plus, and that's already behind because there's
like
2K displays
yeah,
already.
yeah. One more thing to mention: they made the iPhone 6 Plus so much better than the iPhone 6. They added so much functionality. Especially, a lot of people
Yeah,
talked about how they're like, "Oh, I wish they included OIS on both iPhones." Yeah, that would have made a sense. That would have made a lot of sense. And I think Apple did that because they feel like it might not sell a lot, and they were like, hey, let's add more features to this one to see if we could get them to buy this big phone instead of getting this iPhone 6, even though it doesn't have some as much functionalities. But I believe like the whole tech community, they're probably gonna go for the iPhone 6 Plus because first of all, it has a full HD display, unlike the iPhone 6. It has what else does it have? Like I said, OIS. But yeah, like Tyga said with the design, I don't think like how the camera pops up is a very good design because we saw that on iPod Touch 5G.
Yeah, I hated
And
it. It like really like when you set it on the table, it rocks back and forth, and the camera lens, it gets scratched
yeah, but the good thing is like
eventually.
they have what's it called? Sapphire on the camera lens, so I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that thing's
I
going to
know
get
they
scratched.
do. So,
But
but it's
unless you drop it, Sapphire will break, but it won't get scratched, but it will break though. Oh, Denzel, are you still there? Well,
oh god darn it, Denzel's out.
yep.
Yeah.
If this reminds you of something, comment down below and let us know why Denzel's gone. Anyway, okay, let's move over, or we could talk. I don't know if you want to talk about a little bit more about the iPhone 6 as we wait for Denzel, or do you want to move on to the Apple Watch that we saw there?
The Apple Watch.
All right, so what do you think about the Apple Watch? And guys, remember, just ask us as many questions you want,
Oh yeah.
just down below in the
I just
comment
wanted to
section.
say that I don't know why, but me and you were cropped. Like our screen is cropped. I don't know why.
Um, I should definitely check that out like right now, as we wait for Denzel, cause he's
Denzel's back.
gone at this moment. Oh, Denzel is back. Yeah, Denzel, do you have anything else you would like to talk about the
yeah,
iPhone 6 or the
yeah.
iPhone 6 Plus?
Um,
We're getting comments. TDC Tech
uh,
is saying that the stream is too laggy. And why is it cropped? Yeah, why is it cropped? Like I can't, which is Is it
I
still
don't know.
cropped over there?
Yeah, me and you is cropped, and Denzel is completely okay. Like his is full
Maybe
screen.
that's because we have our little everything technology and our little logo things on the bottom of the display.
Yeah, let's take that off.
Let's try turning it off.
I turned it off. Oh wait, it's not full screen yet.
Alright, let me see if I could move this out real quick.
Yeah, nothing.
Well, guys, we don't know what's. Okay, can you check? Can you check right now?
Yeah, just a minute.
Guys. Yeah, it's okay. We still have time. So, as we're checking, Denzel, can you explain to us the other information that you would like to just share your opinion on the iPhone 6 or the iPhone
Um,
6 Pro?
I think the thing Apple's good at is with their camera. It's only 8 megapixels, but the quality of their lens is just so great that it just makes super good pictures and good video too. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of the camera, we really didn't even talk about that. Yeah, but a lot of people complain how Apple's still stuck with that 8 megapixel camera. If or if not they switch, that camera's still gonna be good either way. They added better sensors to it. Now they have 200 and something frames per second slow motion, which
240
is really,
frames per second. But
yeah,
in all
that is some
honesty, but I would rather have a smartphone camera that can record in 4K rather than having a 240 second frames per second video capability.
Yeah, I understand, but then like 4K is really cool feature, but then I mean either way, I mean I feel like it's fine for Apple to have that on their camera. They don't have to have 4K because
Like
most people
next
who even have an iPhone wouldn't even know what 4K is anyway.
next year Apple's probably gonna release 4K video capability to their iPhones, and everybody's gonna go nuts about
Yeah.
it.
And they're gonna
Yeah,
think
well,
it's gonna be the
they're gonna be
first
like
phone with
the
4K
first phone.
video.
Yeah.
So are we still? Am I still cropped out?
Oh no, we're fine. It was because of the title thingy.
Oh, let me see if I could turn it on and then like exit out of it and see if that will work. Alright, let's see if that works. Alright, it should be normal now, watch. I mean, either way, turn it down, Tyga.
Yeah, bro. I'm just checking.
So, still cropped and I still have my name
Oh
on there.
no. Oh. Wait. The video's slightly behind, so.
Oh, that's kind of odd, but guys, yeah, if you guys want to ask us any questions, just keep asking us and share this video to whoever your friends or family who's not busy right now and they'll like to hear about some more about the Apple event. Yeah, that even though it's an 8 megapixel camera, and like Tyga said, he wishes that it had
Oh,
4K
you're
capability.
cropped. You're cropped.
I am cropped.
Yeah, it's because of the title.
That's
Sorry,
kind of weird.
guys.
Alright, I will turn off my title right now. I didn't think. Okay. Alright, anyway, yeah, we should be uncropped right now. Anyway, like we were saying, yeah, like I was saying, 8 megapixel cameras, I mean, 4K recording on the iPhone 6 wouldn't even be a big deal because I don't even record in 4K oftenly anyway. It's not going to be like, oh, I just recorded in 4K, let me watch this in 4K. No. Like,
But
yes,
still, but
4K is,
still, but still,
yeah,
if
but
Apple
still, yes.
released an iPhone with the 4K video capability, everybody would go nuts.
Yes,
Yeah,
but then the average consumer wouldn't even use 4K when you think about
But
it.
still,
Because
like the average
but
consumer
there's
will
still
probably use 240 frames per second, but everybody's going nuts about it.
yeah, but there's only a certain limit to recording 4K on cameras these days. You can't like record like a whole 20-minute video in 4K, especially on an iPhone or like any other Android phone that records in 4K. But yeah, I mean, we have different opinions.
yeah.
So okay, we've talked a lot about the iPhone. If you guys want us to, if you want to hear us talk about something else, just let us know down below in the description. Anyway, let's move on and let's talk about the Apple Watch. So, how
Oh
do you
my
feel about the Apple
god.
Watch?
I hate the Apple Watch.
I just think it's kind of like outrageous how the Apple Watch is $350.
People still gonna
It's gonna be
watch.
$350,
And the
$350.
$350 is probably not probably the cheapest model. Like it has the cheapest band and has the
Oh
smallest
my,
screen, and the $350 one is not the one you will want. So it'll cost around like $400 to $450 for the one you want to want.
What like
like
I'm
I,
telling
it's
you like
more than
yeah, keep
itself.
talking. My bad. Keep talking.
Yeah, it's like more than the iPhone itself. It's like, dude, it's so overpriced. It's like just crazy. But you know what? People are gonna buy it still. That's the thing.
That's the thing. That's the
Yep.
thing that's the truth. I hate the
It
truth.
is. Yep. No matter what, people are still gonna buy that iWatch. Yeah.
Yeah, and as in school and everybody, they think it's so cool. Like, oh my
Because
gosh, are you
that's
serious?
how Apple people are. Because they're just Apple's such a good company at advertising their stuff that they just it's crazy.
It's
Yeah,
because of
we're not
that
trying to hate
British
on
accent.
we're not trying to hate on the iWatch. We're sharing our full opinion on it. We're telling you guys facts, not no pros or cons. We're telling you, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we're telling you facts. Just take it like that. No opinions or anything like that. That is a fact. Apple's very good advertisement. Apple came out before Android. I'm not trying to make this a little Android and this war, but let's stick with Apple's very good at advertisement. So is Android, but Apple is
No,
better.
Android is not like Android phones is not good at advertising.
Yeah,
Like
Samsung is
Galaxy
especially
getting
device.
there.
Samsung, especially Samsung. Samsung is ruining our Android image. Like all of their Samsung's commercial, it's about how how our phones is better than Apple's. Like like
So
Samsung's
is yeah,
commercials,
you call those
all of
commercials
them
on
about
Samsung.
hating the Apple.
Yeah, that's why iPhone people like are mad at like Android people because of those advertisements.
Yeah, I hate Samsung. I hate
I don't
you.
hate Samsung. I don't hate Samsung. LG is also doing pretty good. I mean, not even. I'm not even trying to say Samsung. Not only, I mean, yes, Apple is better than those companies because more people like Apple, as you can say. But Samsung is still good advertising. What's it called? Yeah, but when you advertise like that, the average consumer, I don't know. You're right. What Tyga said. Yeah, people are gonna be like, oh, you.
And because Samsung make those commercials, everybody knows Samsung, and so everybody knows Samsung. So every iPhone users think every Android phone is a Samsung Galaxy.
See,
Yeah,
that
that's
is
why
the ignorance of Apple users. I'm just saying, Apple users who are average consumers just don't do that. If some of you, I mean, I don't know if they do it on purpose sometimes or they're just ignorant. Period. Like I said, they're ignorant, but I'm not trying to say it in such a bad way. But it is so true. Not all Android phone. Okay, not only is Samsung phones on Android. Basically, a whole bunch of other companies make Android phones because it is open source. You can make a phone and you can put Android on it. You can't do that on Apple because Apple is not an open source. Open source. If you're an average consumer and you're watching this, open source means that like you could use this software for free on your phone, but that's why you don't see Samsung making Apple phones. I mean, making iOS phones, or as you can say, and you don't see HTC devices doing the same. But I feel like Google, they just it's not even listen, it's not even Samsung or this fault. I feel it's Google's fault. Google is terrible at commercials. They are terrible. I'm not don't can't even
I've
deny it. How
I've
many
almost
people
never.
listen? If you're
I
an average
never seen
consumer,
a Google commercial.
huh?
I
If you're an
never seen
average
a
consumer,
Google commercial.
maybe on YouTube, but if you're an average consumer, tell me if you know about a Nexus device. I People have asked me what phone do I have when I had Nexus. And Nexus, I'm like Nexus, yeah. They're like, what is that? I'm just saying, I just say it's an Android phone just to get it over with. But yeah, Google, you totally need to work on your advertisements because if you start trying, it's going to help us Android people and Apple users open their eyes to know that Android is not this slow software that people say it's bad. It's going to open their mind to this is
Yeah,
cool, this is really
like
cool.
nobody knows the Moto 360. Like nobody.
Oh my
All
gosh,
the average
I know.
consumers don't know the Moto 360, and all the average
That's
consumers
like
know the Apple Watch. So everybody thinks that Apple Watch is the best.
yeah, it's like it's like Moto 360 is like probably the best smartwatch out there, but they don't know about it because it's not advertised.
Yeah.
So
And even if I explain to them, they'll still think that the Apple Watch is much better than the whatever.
Yeah,
Then
that's one argument that just keeps going on that won't stop. Try to tell the person that they're just not gonna listen. But yeah, I didn't say anything about the Apple Watch, which we all thought it was gonna be the iWatch. Anyway, the Apple Watch, it's I mean, I'm not saying I think it looks really nice, like really nice. I really do think it looks very nice. But it's a ripoff. I'm sorry to say it, but it is a ripoff. Why are you gonna spend 350? Why would you even want to spend $350 on a iWatch? Why you could buy like two phones with that? Seriously, like how does that? And like we said, we always talk about this all the time. Everything you could do on your smartwatch, you could do on your smartphone. But like
no,
yeah,
no, you
Apple's trying to like
can't.
you see how Apple's trying to make this seem so cool and revolutionary. Oh, if you go near this person, you could share this pictures together. Who cares? Like, what are you gonna possibly send people? Type of pictures. Wink, wink. Anyway, so yeah, that is. I feel like Apple just over exaggerated on their features that they have on it, and I don't even think they're gonna even be useful. And a lot of people talking about that little ring that they have on the side, whatever it's called,
The
the
crown.
crown. Yeah, I don't even know if people are gonna even use that. They should have just
Yeah,
focused
oh
on
my god,
touch.
everybody thinks that's revolutionary. The crown thing, everybody
We
thinks
got this
that.
new
Like
crown.
you could, like it should be a touchscreen.
Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna do an iOS. No, we're gonna on. Let's see. One of the Apple devices, iPhone 7 or 8 or 7S or 6S. We're gonna do a parody, guys. We are going to do it.
Um,
Anyway,
I don't really, I don't really hate Apple. Like I like Apple, but I don't like the Apple users. That's what I don't like the
yeah.
most. Like
I
Apple
mean,
users, they're ignorant, and it's it's just I get mad sometimes.
yeah, and I mean, I personally own an iPad, and I had an iPod, I had an iPhone, but I feel Android is better, but I love Apple too, but I just don't like Apple users and the way Apple does. Yes, they do a good job because they end up selling a lot of products, but they're just they're just as bad as the Apple consumers because I feel like they're over exaggerated. I want to see an Android company try Apple like that and be like, hey, we have this new Samsung Galaxy, revolutionary. It has a 70 megapixel camera. I want to see something like that in commercial. I want to see how that's gonna happen. I want to see if that's gonna like change up the game a little bit.
I know Samsung needs to use a British accent to make it sound legit like Apple.
Yeah, Samsung totally needs to do that. Speaking of Samsung, I don't even know why those two companies don't even like each other. Cause if you guys ever knew, Samsung makes little chips and stuff for Apple for their phones. I don't
Yeah.
know if they still do, but I'm pretty sure they still do. But I don't understand companies at all because let's just give an example. Sony might not like this company, but they make their cameras. Doesn't even make any sense at all. Next thing you know, they're suing each other and stuff like that. And they're just like one of those. They're good company friends, but then they're fake to each other at the same time. But that's not what we're talking about. So we've talked about the Apple Watch. Yes, again, you're not gonna. If you're an average consumer, I mean, you probably are gonna spend $350 on a smartwatch because Apple's a very smart company at advertisement, and they're gonna get you to buy it. I'm not trying to say that it's a ripoff. Actually, it is a ripoff, but don't take it in the wrong way. But it actually is. $350 on a smartwatch. Why you could get the Moto X if Moto 360? If you know, you guys, you average consumers probably don't even know what that is. But it is a rounded watch, which looks really cool. But yeah, like I said, but I like the way they have this watch, just watch and see. You see how they have like the new Apple Watch, like the premium version, isn't it the one like with the gold, the real gold and
Yeah,
stuff?
it has 24 karat gold, I
Watch how
think.
much celebrities we're gonna see with it. Getting you guys to buy it. Watch. Watch how many celebrities we're gonna see with that watch. I really feel like I'm gonna see celebrities on TV just with their little iWatch, their little gold iWatch with their 24 karat gold, whatever how much gold is in it. Just watch.
Yeah, I hate it so much.
So
So
Tyga,
so
who's our
much.
sponsors for today?
Trade? Wait, I couldn't hear you. What?
Who's our sponsors for today?
What?
Who is our sponsors for today?
Oh, our sponsor today. Our sponsor is HTC. As you can see, I have a review unit for HTC, and they actually gave me 3 HTC 1M8, and I'm gonna give 2 away to you guys. So make sure to subscribe to Consumers Lab, and I'll give away 2 HTC 1M8, and I actually have HTC earphones. And yeah, and if you go to the HTC site and when you order an HTC 1M8 or the HTC One, if you use the promo code Consumers Live is so good 15, you could get 50% off of your promo of your total. So make sure to use Consumers Live is cool.
It expires in 5 seconds. Five, four,
Expired. It's
three.
expired.
Oh, yep, it's expired. Like Tyga. Yep, it
I'm
is
sorry,
expired.
everybody. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. Thank you for the sponsor, HGC, and let's get back to our
So, Denzel, are you still there, or have you disappeared from us again? Perhaps he is having technical difficulties again. We can move on to iOS 8. How do you feel about iOS? And actually, guys, before we continue, we're sorry that the rest of us weren't able to make it. They were very busy, especially that we have school now. We have homework. Some of us have to go to work and stuff like that. So that is why you don't see the whole crew here. We don't see Jordan. We don't see Darius. And we probably won't be seeing Darius for like a little while now, because he's off doing his own business at this moment. And who else won't we? We'll probably see Jordan in the next one. Eric is busy today. He has a long day. And who else? Who else wasn't able to make it? Yeah, that's basically it. Denzel, you guys haven't seen him so much, but he is here today with us, having technical difficulties once again. But yeah, let's move on to iOS 8. So the way I feel about iOS 8, like we said, Apple's gonna over exaggerate. People are gonna be like, "Oh, my phone could change keyboards," and I'd be like, "Android could do that since like the first Android phone." Yeah,
yeah.
but I want to see how that's gonna work out. I want to see just like iOS 7. People were like, "Oh, my phone is so revolutionary, super revolutionary. I have this cool feature on it, and I could the AirDrop." Nobody even used that feature, by the way. You guys remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the
AirDrop.
AirDrop.
I don't even know why any. And like remember the whole notification like slides up, press a button
Yeah,
to
notification center.
yeah that thing. That
App
wasn't
like, oh my God, Android had those. Like
for the
Android, like if you can see, like if I swipe to down, see the notification thingy.
yeah. I don't know
I
if my
mean,
camera.
like
I
the
would want to show you
settings.
guys, but the way my camera is set up, I
Yeah,
don't know if you guys could see this. But yeah,
Android.
every Android.
Like I think iOS 8 is based on Android. On all honesty, like the App Store, they say that you could see like a video of the app, but Play
We're
Store
not even
you have.
trying to. Yeah, we're not even trying to be that one guy who's like, "Oh, hey, you iOS people, you copied Android completely." No, all
We're not
companies.
those type of a guys. We're
Yeah, we're
just
not
saying
trying to be like that.
facts. Like Apple, they released their that they could watch the demo of the app before you download it. Play Store has that.
And
The
also the keyboard
third
that we
party keyboard,
you guys see.
Android has that.
What else? What else do we have here? There was some other features, and then there were just some features that were just so useless. I was like, "What the heck is this? Who's gonna use it?" Where you double tap the home button and it shows you like the recent contacts and stuff like that on
Oh
the
yeah,
very top. Like, what is that? Like, who wants to use that? Watch. Anyway, most just like listen, yeah, let's say this. Apple is going on Android's direction. The more they keep going on Android's direction, the more people are not going to even use their little gimmicky features. Just like it is with Samsung now. Let's specifically say Samsung, because Samsung is the only company who has a whole bunch of gimmick features on their phones. I don't. Some of them are not gimmicks, but some of them are pretty cool, like the Air thing. Yeah, watch. Apple's gonna go in that direction, and as we know, Apple is very late at releasing their stuff. NFC has been around for a very long time. But a couple years later, like always, Apple releases this keyboard. You could be able to change your keyboards on Android for a very long time. But then years after, Apple's gonna make it seem revolutionary, like we're the first company that did this, which is just not right. But I will say overall, it is pretty cool. It looks the same,
Yeah.
just like the first iOS or the iOS 7. Yeah, we all know the first. You guys can't even deny it. The first iOS is the same, basically the same, just a little bit of icon changes and how it looks like, but you still have to scroll right and left. If you guys, speaking of Apple, if you guys didn't see, if you guys check out my channel and see I made a clarified video. It's basically a series I started where I clarified different topics. So I did an Android's history, and I clarified for you guys what that is, or how is that, and Apple video. So you guys make sure and check that out. I basically talked about how how Apple like when they make things, they try to do it better, and that is very true. And speaking of Apple Pay, like we didn't really go too much detail to it. Do you guys think that's like really cool? The fact that you don't hold up. Quick question. I don't know. I don't want to sound dumb or anything, but did you see them? Like, did you see those? Did you see them? The whole commercial, whatever. Like, they just have their finger on the home button. They didn't even have to touch the NFC back to back. It
Yeah.
already synced it. I'm pretty sure for Android you have to tap it on there because I've tried that before
Yeah.
on
You
at
have
CVS. If you have CVS nearby.
it's just it's just a secure version of Google Wallet.
Yeah, like for me, I don't think Google Wallet is very safe. I seriously don't. I really don't. I I feel like it's too safe. So anyway, then so we were talking about the Apple Watch. So can you please share your opinion?
Oh, the Apple Watch.
Yes, or
Oh yeah,
AKA iWatch.
yeah. I was just saying how overpriced it was. People think it's gonna be the first smartwatch,
I
and I just
love my my bad. We're talking about iOS 8.
oh iOS 8.
Yeah.
Oh I think they didn't they add like I don't really know much about it, but I know they added some features like oh you could use different keyboards from third-party developers now, kind of like Android.
It's not
No,
kind of like Android. It's exactly like
like
Android.
I should totally do a video on that and like kind of like a parody. I could be like, we have the new keyboard, kind of like Android. Say that for each single phrase, but you know,
People are gonna think that's the first time where you could use different keyboards, and they're gonna brag about it. It's just
and I'm just gonna laugh at them and be like, you guys are just don't know what you're saying, no. And
I don't
it's
know.
so today we don't have a lot of watchers. I guess everybody was so busy today because guess we have like one or two people watching and like nobody's commenting like last time. We had a lot of comments, but
Oh
since you
yeah, you got yeah. Speaking of smartwatches, like the Moto 360, they sold out like completely like in the last few days.
Yeah, because all the tech people they went out to buy that, so
yeah, I want to give a big shout out
they all went.
To Evil Ninjas. Like he was supposed to be our guest for today, but he wasn't able to make it due to some technical difficulties. Or let's I don't know if we could say that. I don't know if you want to say that, but we probably see him next week, where we'll see probably Jordan Floyd. We'll see Eric from Blabberhead, and we'll see the rest of the crew. Yeah, he wasn't able to make it, but big shout out to him for that. But yeah, guys, we'll see him on the next one. There's really not much. I don't know if anybody like if you guys are watching any questions. I'm guessing TDC Tech is probably one of the people who are watching because they're like he's like the only person who commented. So TDC Tech, if you have any questions, comment down below and let us know. And what else do we have for today? Yeah, like we said, guys, we have the schedule set up, but even though we have the schedule set up, not everybody, we're not gonna always gonna be there because we have different schedules on Saturdays at this amount of time. And like I said, it's gonna be 1 p.m. Eastern time, and if you leave around the California side or Pacific, yeah, Pacific Standard Time,
It's
whatever,
10.
it's 10 a.m. Not p.m. a.m. Just letting you guys know. And guys, guest, whoever wants to be a guest in the next episode, just let us know down below in the comment section. Please let us know down below in the comment section. And we're gonna personally, I don't know if maybe you could tell us like your email or maybe your Twitter account or something like that, or your Google Plus page. And I'm gonna send you a Hangouts using my account or maybe the Consumers Live account, and we're gonna be like, hey, we would like you to be. We see that you've commented. We would like you to be in this next, and then we're gonna be talking about blah blah blah, and then I'm gonna explain to you guys. I'm gonna explain to you like what time. So comment down below and like we usually pick the person like on what's it called? Let me say on Fridays, the day before the live stream. We usually ask or pick the person who would like to be the guest on this time. So if regardless if there's gonna be like 2 or even 4 or even 5 of us, it doesn't matter like how much of us. We're still gonna be doing it at around this time every Saturday at the times I told you.
Okay, well that's gonna wrap up our live streaming today, I guess.
I would like for us to say I don't know. So guys, we all know that we're very bad at logging out because it always never works out for us. Because most of the times we don't even know what we're doing, to be honest. And so
Well,
let's see.
let's see if I could stop this broadcast. So, well,
As he's stopping it, let me play some
I'll see
music.
you guys. We'll see you guys in the next week, and make sure to follow us in our personal YouTube channel. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next live stream.